With all the crimes against children, cover-ups, and lack of accountability of elites, do you ever feel like the world is run by Satanists? Well, that's because it is. We'll get into that and some other good news tonight. Okay, welcome to We Lie to You News. Satan's running the world. There it is. And here in America, with primaries coming up, if we're not careful, Satanists will win the primaries instead of other Satanists winning. But how do you know who the Satanists in power are? That's a great question. Here's a clue. Look for the ones that cover up satanic things. Because most of the time, they don't let you see them doing satanic things, but you can see them covering them up. Like just for, and this is a crazy example, it's been over 80 days since the Epstein Transparency Act passed, and to celebrate, the DOJ just announced that it will not be releasing any more Epstein files. To date, they've released 3 million of the 6 million files, and they're just not going to release the other half, which is definitely breaking the law at this point. Now, we don't want to be idiot conspiracy theorists here, so you have to have an open mind. Why won't they be releasing the other half? Well, it's either because there's just nothing to see in them and they want to protect you from boredom, or it's because they're actively covering up satanic activity. I don't know which. Satanic activity against children? But what about Iran? Now that's a great question, almost a distracting one. The most interesting thing about Iran since the bombing started is that Google searches for Epstein files have dropped by 95%. Well, golly, that's either a fascinating coincidence or it too is part of a satanic cover-up. Orchestrated at the world leader level that you see right in the middle there, right under Zionists, but also including them. Oh, that's right, Ben. Both of your eyebrows heard me right. But what do those shitty little creatures at the bottom, known as people, think? Well, let's take a look. War crimes don't hide sex crimes. Huh. Well, according to 95% less searches on Google, they at least try to hide the crimes. Other little people at the bottom, in the form of women, showed up outside of Epstein's Zorro Ranch wanting answers. They were gonna get them. Anyway, several years ago, the FBI prohibited an investigation into the Zorro Ranch. So the women that showed up wanting justice and answers are hopeful that everything above them in the power structure will investigate itself to see if itself did anything wrong. Now let's just make a wild presumption that the new investigation into Zorro Ranch finds there was no wrongdoing. Is that because there was no wrongdoing, or because Satanists are covering up satanic activity? Do you hear that, baby? It's like a Satanist wet dream. What the hell? Sorry about that, everybody. That's my new clone. He was born today. They told me he wasn't going to be born until tomorrow. But anyway, adrenochrome's not real. Yeah, speaking of which, this just in, 357 members of Congress voted to block the release of sexual misconduct reports about themselves. That's interesting. Tim, can you help us make sense of all this?
Why don't you shut your mouth about the kids that we abducted and sacrificed? So we can please Lucifer or Baal.
Thanks, Tim. Now, if you notice the Hollywood stars being the closest and therefore most influential to the little people, we have some very topic-related news about Oprah. In her spiritual quest, she has long promoted a con man in Brazil who goes by the name of John of God. She even filmed a TV show about him for her audience, exposed millions to him. Well, he was just sentenced to 100 years in prison for raping women and children. And by the way, those convictions are on top of allegations of him running baby farms. But it is highly unlike Oprah to associate with sex offenders. But remember, the satanic power structure she's involved in would make it weird if she didn't. If we don't quiet that baby down, we're gonna attract Tom Hanks. We're just gonna be flooded with Hollywood elites. I don't want Tom here again. Now, what does the power structure above do when a little person down there exposes satanic activity? What do they do about that? Well, check it out. Straight from the mouth of a little person.
Just gotten a legal complaint from Roblox. I'm not even joking. They have sent a cease and desist letter to me, and they've gone ahead and banned every account I own. And you might be wondering, what heinous crime did you commit to possibly deserve that? Well, what I did was get predators arrested on their platform. Actually, 6 of them. I got 6 predators arrested within the Roblox community.
That's right. You just send him a cease and desist to stop his activity of exposing predators on the platform is what you do. But Sean Ryan's doing a great job of helping them expose the predators, which I kind of like. And just for context, everything above Sean and Schlepp is trying to, well, stop the exposing. Is that because it's wrong to expose criminal predators? Or is it because there's a satanic cover-up? Well, the answer to that question, according to everyone who is above you, is that kind of shit doesn't happen. And what else is it they say?
Well, first of all, I don't follow the crazy conspiracies. I regret that anybody does. I find it quite sad, but also disturbing that people would believe some of what is put forth, like Pizzagate.
Yeah, it's sad and disturbing that people would believe that. So, to answer the question, how you know who the Satanists are is you look at who's covering up satanic activity. Why is that not obvious? That's it for today's news. I hope you sleep well tonight knowing how Satan works in the world. Oh yeah, and here's Erica Kirk endorsing porn.
I have respect for the individuals that are in the pornography industry, not because they're degrading women or anything like that, but because that's their field and they are professionals. So I give them credit for being able to have a job and make money and stimulate the economy that way.
There you have that. Dude, people are going to get so mad at me for that Erica Kirk clip. She's the one that said that, and they're going to get mad at me. It's going to be great. I'll read the comments for sure.